We're in the garden. What's up guys, welcome to day 3 of my 7-day workout split to become bigger, faster and stronger and become a CrossFit athlete so I can eventually compete at the top level. And to start off this workout, I did 11 sets of 10 reps using 17.5 kilos each side of an 8 kilo bar. So in all, that's 43 kilos, and I know that's pretty sucks, but what I do here is I actually forgot to do this for the first couple of sets, but I bring it down to, my upper chest or just where my clavicle is, do a very slight pause and then press up. So I'm really working on my strict press because that's really going to help improve my strength overall. And I do emphasize a lot more overhead pressing in my training at the moment because in CrossFit, you're going to need it when you're doing, you're going to need overhead strength when you're doing snatches, when you're doing the clean and jerk, when you're doing a lot of pressing because you have to do a lot of pressing with dumbbells. So I emphasized a lot of my push workouts on pressing movements overhead. So I did the 11 sets of that, and I took about 2 minutes rest in between sets because I really want to work on that strength. And then I moved on to some seated. I ideally would like the bench a lot higher so I can almost sit like with a 90-degree angle at my hips, and my knee. So what I'm talking about is the angle between my knee, hip and my torso, so that would be 90 degrees, but unfortunately it was more of an incline. I was doing 25 kilos on each arm for between 8 to 10 reps. And then here, with this decline abs bench, I'm trying to replicate, I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm going to put a little clip of it on the screen, just so I can replicate that in CrossFit. And here you can see I'm doing some one-arm dumbbell presses. But again, for those of you who still watch my channel for the bodybuilding purposes, this is a really good shoulder workout in case you want to give it a try, because it gets a lot of volume. I mean, obviously, a lot of people talk about you need to do side lateral raises a lot more and emphasize them a lot more to get a wider physique. But overhead pressing is really going to help with upper chest development, especially because you do have to utilize a little bit of the upper chest as a secondary muscle group, or as a secondary muscle when you're doing overhead pressing. What you're seeing here is that I cannot do handstand push-ups at the moment. So what I'm having to do at the moment is get used to just balancing, not on my head, but that's how I'll be at the bottom of the movement. The reason I'm showing you lying on the floor is just because of the amount of pressure that it does put on my head. And I'm learning about how to just put the weight on my hands. So what I'm working towards is doing 10 sets of 1 minute with a minute rest in between, of just doing handstand holds on the wall and putting weight on my hands so I can get used to having weight on my hands and eventually be able to do handstand walks, handstand push-ups, and just be ace at handstands in general.
Jungle.
What's up YouTube, this is Albert Aldridge of albertaldridgefitness.com. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. It's an absolute pleasure having you. I will have covered this in the workout commentary I've just done, but doing handstand holds for a minute really engages the shoulders. Because essentially, if you think about it, I weigh 75 kilos, so it's almost like I'm holding a barbell locked out above my head for a minute. And I don't mean locked out in a dangerous way. I'm making sure I'm very controlled when I do my handstand holds, but man, my shoulders felt like they were burning afterwards. I must admit, today I thought I was going to do a day of eating, and yesterday evening I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to do a day of eating tomorrow, but I want to make sure that the day of eating videos are as entertaining and informative as possible. So I always want to make sure I include the requests of food that you want me to eat in my days of eating. Because today I could have done a day of eating and not bothered with what you guys had requested in my previous video, but that is what makes my days of eating so fun, because you guys request new stuff for me to try, which I enjoy trying. So I'm going to have to get the stuff off eBay, I think, first, unless I can find it at Tesco or Sainsbury's. And then the next day of eating will include some of the requests I had in my previous day of eating. I'm going to go and check when I go inside. In case you're new to the channel, I'm just going to sum up what I do and who I am in a couple of sentences. I'm Albert Aldridge, level 4 personal. Do you mind? Wind? level 4 qualified personal trainer, undergrad at uni studying nutrition, exercise and health, online nutrition coach, 1-to-1 personal trainer, aspiring to be a CrossFit athlete and compete at the top level, and become a sports nutritionist for a Team GB Olympic squad in one of the sporting demands. I always try and make sure my Right, this wind is a joke now. Don't be windy. I always try and make sure my videos are entertaining, informative, teach you something about diet and nutrition, motivate you with your fitness journey, and give you an insight into my life. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Jungle.
You'll probably have noticed that I've had my hair cut. It doesn't look great right now because I have been wearing a bike helmet, but hopefully I don't look too bad. To give you an overview of my schedule today, and this is a typical day when I don't have to go to university. Woke up and got up at 5:45, went for my run at 6 to around 20 to 7, then trained from 10 to 7 till 10 past 8, trained a client from 8:30 to 9:45, did a little bit more training when I practiced my handstand push-ups, came inside, did some uni work and some client work for a couple of hours, went for my haircut at 2:15, but I'd normally have a client straight after the morning client that finishes at 9:45, and that client would normally see me from 9:45 to 11. But I had my haircut at 2:15, came back, trained another client at 4 o'clock, 5:30 came inside, and between 5:30 and 7:30 did some more uni work, client work, and had something to eat, had some more food to eat because I'd eaten earlier. Then I had a consultation at 7:30 tonight, so I had to cycle over there because it was close to where I live. Now I've come home, packed away all my PT stuff for the day. It's currently 9:15 and I'm about to go inside to have something to eat and do some more work and relax with my family. A couple of things as well. I just want to apologise for the workout footage because with this bigger, faster, stronger workout routine, I'm giving you a realistic overview of what my workouts look like throughout the week. And that means usually with my schedule, I can only get to a gym twice a week, and then I train at home mostly with my own equipment for the 5 other days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday is when I do heavy squats and heavy deadlifts, and then usually from Wednesday to Sundays when I train at home. I just want to apologise because usually I like to click on a video and see workout footage in a gym rather than at a home gym. The last thing I wanted to tell you is that because I'm incorporating a lot more of the Olympic lifts into my training now, because I prioritise powerlifting and bodybuilding at the moment, but I want to incorporate a lot more CrossFit into my workouts just because I would love to compete in CrossFit at the top level. A fundamental part of CrossFit is the clean and jerk movement and the snatch movement. These two movements make up the Olympic lifts. So what I'm thinking of doing is going to a local CrossFit box and attending some of their weightlifting specific classes so I can be given some guidance from a top coach. There aren't very many local CrossFit boxes, and all the ones that I've seen locally are quite expensive, so I'm looking at joining one in Guildford because they do a really good membership of attending 4 weightlifting classes a month rather than having to pay a lot more for the use of all the other things that I might not necessarily use at the moment just because I want to focus in on my weightlifting. That's going to be the CrossFit box in Guildford. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll put a picture of the logo on the screen here. I'm really looking forward to joining this, and I'm looking forward to documenting my journey. So if you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be a full day of lean bulking.